yeah, I got the DNA test. It's his child. It's funny because when we did the lie detector test, he wanted to record shit so bad, right? But when I DNA test, he should have blended me there. You hear me? Like, oh, this is my baby on a schoolyard crib, nigga. After he read that shit, I threw it up and threw it at his face. Like, ugh, had that shit, cause you know it was your fucking baby.
It's gonna go bad, and we gonna adopt the child. I'm not gonna watch the child, so you gonna be stuck with our child. I'm gonna bring the baby to your house like they gave it to me, so now it's...
You think I'm gonna watch your child?
Yeah. If we together. I think if she up and they say you're not physically fit to watch your child, it's either adoption or I take the child.
Adoption?
I'm gonna give it to you.
Why would you ever give it to me?
Because it's a free child that you'd have to push out and your body for. That's why.
Why would I ask for extra?
Because I said so. Because I want 10 kids.
And you put me in mind of our modern day Ike Turner. I just want to remind you, young brother, cuz, whoever you is or what you is, you're abusing those girls. You are demonstrating some of the most vile and most disrespectful behavior that any black man can display publicly to his baby mama. The shame that you bring to this little girl, because you do know that whatever the mother feels while she's pregnant, the children by way of the umbilical cord feels what the mother feels. So the shame that you bring to the mother, you also bringing shame to your children. I hope it's not a girl. I hope you're not producing a girl, BlueFace. The shame that you bring to the other mothers. You got your children's mother. You putting a purple dildo to your children's mother to hurt your other baby mama.
What's up? Much love and respect to everyone watching. So I think most of us know by now that BlueFace does not respect either of these women. And one of the worst parts about this whole situation is that the church not being affected by it in a negative way. And it's only going to get worse as they get older. It's going to get more embarrassing, and it can potentially cause more problems. And I'm not excusing the women because they need to learn to respect themselves. But on this video, I'm focusing more on BlueFace because he is the man of this situation. He's supposed to be the leader, and as men, we have to hold ourselves accountable. And I recently did a video exposing the Zeus network, but I didn't get to go into much detail about BlueFace like I wanted to. So it's something we definitely need to talk about because he fits a lot of the black male stereotypes. I mean, he was an athlete growing up. That didn't quite work out. Then he started dealing drugs. Then he joined the gang. Then he started rapping. And, now he has multiple baby mothers. In and out of jail. He is very emotional. That's why he gets caught up in domestic violence. He has no problem aborting his children, always sagging his pants. I can go on and on. And of course, I know that all black men are not like this, but the media has done a good job over the years of making us look a certain way. And they pretty much have gotten the world to believe that this is how we are. So they have no problem bringing somebody out like BlueFace and help to make him famous so that when people see him, it confirms the image in their mind of who we are, and they think that's how all black people are. And let me make this clear, because it's not even about what other people think about us, but the problem is that a lot of our people start to really believe that this is who we are. And especially a lot of our youth, we know a lot of our youth look up to a lot of these rappers and celebrities. So this is definitely not just entertainment, it's psychological warfare. And by now most of us know that BlueFace and Chrisean are back together. And really none of us should even be surprised, because these are the types of things that go on in a toxic relationship. So I mean, we've all pretty much seen this story before.
He probably with his other baby mama when he ain't with you. Please believe he don't love that hoe. Oh, but he loves you though, huh? You need to check him. A real man, Jody. Not some little boy who still wanna live at home with his mama.
Fuck you! Kiss my ass! fuck out, girl.
Damn, I want to see other niggas.
What?
Yeah, that's right. And they be asking me to go out too. But no, I'm in, stupid, sticking to your ass.
Yeah, all right. Go out there.
Yeah, whatever. I hate you. You so stupid.
Lately, keep on saying that shit, girl.
Yeah, that's right. I hate your ass. You make me sick. I can't stand your black ass. I love you, boy.
I love you too.
You act like a little boy instead of a grown ass man. I hate you.
Who am I here with today? I got it. Player of the year. All-star. You ain't no player. Read my lips. You ain't no player.
Yeah, so I mean, all jokes aside, this man really thinks that he's doing something when all he's been doing is embarrassing himself and embarrassing the mother of his children. And I'm not calling him a bad father, but there's certain things that he's been doing that is definitely going to have a negative impact on his children. And it's just sad to see how far that we've fallen as a people. I mean, some people may not want to agree with this or accept this, but the truth is that so-called black people are the original people of the Bible, and the black man is supposed to be the best representation of what a man is on the earth, and the black woman is supposed to be the best representation of what a woman is on the earth. But we can all see how far that we've fallen, and that's because some of us do not want to come back and follow the Most High, and we continue to get punished for that. But I don't want to get too deep into that because that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, he probably thinks he's in a good position right now because he can pretty much go back and forth between the both of them. But most of us know there's only a certain amount of time that a woman is going to put up with bad behavior before they remove themselves from the situation. And he's been embarrassing them for a while now, whether it be recording them while they're drunk or just saying certain things. Whatever the case is, we all know that he definitely has no problem embarrassing either of them. And a woman is not going to forget those type of things. And I see he's been trying to help them both put music out, but there can come a time when they both become bigger than him as a music artist, and at that point they definitely would not need him. And we kind of already seen that a little bit with the Chrisean Rock situation, but she's just not as big yet, but we definitely see the potential of it happening, and there would be nothing he could do about it. I mean, both these women could put him on child support down the road, and there'd be absolutely nothing he can do about it. Now, of course, I don't wish that on him, but that's why we have to be careful about how we treat people, because, you know, we reap what we sow in life. And I'm going to say this real quick, too. Most women already know this, but you cannot submit to a bad man or be loyal to a bad man and expect good results. And, of course, I could be wrong, but from what I've seen about BlueFace, he seems pretty honest about how he deals with them, and they know what type of dude he is, and they know the situation that they're in, but they decided to be in that situation, and now they're facing the consequences of it. So one of the main reasons I like to make these type of videos is so that we can learn from these people's mistakes. And if somebody's constantly showing you red flags, then God is trying to warn you and let you know to get out of that situation. And I think most of us can agree that typically, if a man has a very, very bad relationship with his mom, then he's usually not going to treat women too well. Now, that's not always the case, but typically, if he does not get along with his mom and they have a very toxic relationship, he's not going to be very good at dealing with women and being in a healthy relationship. And we know that BlueFace and his mom have had their issues.
Everything that you got going wrong with you is because of you.
Hey.
Not because of me, not because of her, because of you. It all comes 360. I don't know why you think you just exempt and you're just special. You're very special. Don't get it messed up. You're my mom and everything, but I'm saying,
Just said you ain't got no remorse and you don't care.
Nah, I'm not saying like that. I'm just
I'm
saying,
leaving here with that. Like,
I'm saying, like, I feel like I'm more mature than you.
if you were more mature than me, we wouldn't be here right now.
Love you to death. Love your daughter, my sister.
Why you keep calling her my daughter?
Because she's your daughter. She's gonna go crazy for you, and you're not the best person to go crazy for just because you're not. Like, if you had an army, you would be a terrible army leader because you would just lead your soldiers into just bullshit every time. You're my mother. I love you, mother, but you're just not my type of woman, I guess. You're just not my type of lady.
At this point, you're not my type of son.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we're not on the same page at all. I see you when I see you.
Enjoy your dates.
Hit me when you hit me.
Enjoy your day.
I love you.
But what I notice and what I do know is, BlueFace, is that you have mommy issues. Remember, you and your mommy was fighting publicly, and you was very disrespectful to mommy too, BlueFace. Remember? Oh, I hadn't forgot, boy. And you're a jealous-hearted motherfucker. You know why you're jealous, Blue? I'm sorry, Blue. Ike Blue. Listen, this is why you mad. This is why you got jealousy issues. Ike Blue, and you don't want the other women because you have fucking mommy issues. If you and your mom could fix your fucking mommy issues, you probably would be alright as a father and as a whatever you are to these fucking girls. But whatever you are, brother, from the looks of it, by your actions and your inactions, you're a sick motherfucker. When it comes to women, you'll get pregnant. You're ashamed the fuck out of those girls.
Yeah, so typically we know that most black men are really close with their mothers, so it's kind of different to see this type of dynamic where a black man and his mom are really not seeing eye to eye. And I don't know the ins and outs of how he was brought up, but obviously there is some deep-rooted issues there, especially for the fact that he allowed Chrisean Rock to fight his mother or attack his mother, whatever the situation is. If that is true, because I mean, it is TV, so I don't really know what's real and what's not with the storylines that come out with them. But I mean, as far as we know, that's true. And I'm not going to disrespect the man's mother, because that's still his mom. I mean, they got their own issues. That's between them. Hopefully they can work it out eventually at some point. But it just goes to show again how important a mother and a father is. Because if I'm not mistaken, his parents split up when they were young. So who knows how he would have turned out if he grew up in a healthy two-parent household. Because I mean, in my opinion, this whole BlueFace character that's what it is. It's just a character. We know that he played football in high school. He played quarterback, if I'm not mistaken. And anybody who knows anything about football, you know that the quarterback is the leader of the team. He pretty much has to know where everybody's at on offense, and he has to memorize a lot of things, and you have to be very intelligent to play that position, regardless of what the media may try to say about black quarterbacks. You do have to be very intelligent to play that position. So he's definitely not a fool. So yeah, I don't know if it's the money and fame that's got to his head or what, but he definitely needs to get back in touch with the real Jonathan Porter, and he needs to let this character of BlueFace go, because if he's not careful, he can end up destroying his life, or God forbid, he can end up losing his life over some foolishness. And he's definitely not thinking long term right now. He's only thinking about this quick fame and this quick money that he's getting, but he's not thinking about the effects that it's going to have on his family and on his children in the future. So that's why we always have to be very careful with these rappers and celebrities, because most of them are not here to help us. And hopefully BlueFace can start making better decisions, because right now he seems to be on the road to self-destruction.
BlueFace once again behind bars after he was arrested today while walking into the Las Vegas courthouse. He faces a new charge of robbery. This is video of him back in November when he appeared on an attempted murder charge. The 26-year-old's real name is Jonathan Porter. Today, Porter was taken into custody while walking into court for a preliminary hearing on that charge. His attorneys tell 8 News Now the only information they have on this new case is that it involves taking a cell phone from a woman at the Palms Casino, allegedly.
How many females do you think you knocked down in the last 6 months? Let's play higher or lower. 5?
Hell no.
Higher?
Probably like
No. We're gonna get. What?
Oh my God!
Yeah,
What you say?
1,000.
Sis.
I'm a fucker. I know. I'm a fucker.
Good for you.
1,000?
He said I'm a fucker.
Since January
Yeah.
or 6 months?
It's like sometimes it might be a threesome, it might be foursome. I didn't have a fivesome.
Yeah, we
That's
got
the most
that
you've
energy
had?
too.
Yeah.
It's
Me-
5?
Me and 4 girls.
You
yeah.
and 4.
But I just want to say, boy, you are the representation of the world. Why a white man, a Mexican man, a Chinese man, and even a black man would say, hey, I don't want my daughter dating no brother. Look at that brother. Look how he doing that girl. He's not uplifting her. He's not creating a world where the baby can be born into a peaceful environment. That baby should be born in drama. Ooh, wee.
Alright, so I wanted to put that last clip in there because even though I don't agree with everything that Charleston White says, he definitely is on point sometimes, especially when he's talking about these rappers. And we heard BlueFace in that last interview talking about how many women he's dealt with. I don't know if that number is true or not, but either way, it's just another example of how some of us as black men, we lack self-control when it comes to sex, and it can lead to a lot of problems for us down the road. And I mean, you can just tell by certain things that BlueFace says and how he carries himself and how he has all these tattoos on his face that he's a very confused young man. And it's unfortunate that a lot of the youth do follow these type of people. I mean, he used to perform at those high schools and it would be packed. So I mean, it is a real thing that these so-called rappers have a heavy influence on our society. But we have to always remember, just because some of these people have money and fame, it does not mean that the women that they deal with respect them. And it also does not mean that they have a high quality of life. And if I'm not mistaken, back in the past, BlueFace had 2 girlfriends, and I believe one of them is one of his baby mothers, who is Jaidyn and Alexis. So BlueFace has always promoted the alternative lifestyle. I mean, we always hear him talk about how many threesomes he's been involved in, or how many orgies, and how many women that Jaidyn and Alexis deals with. So it's something that he definitely promotes. And I just find it very hypocritical, because even though it's woman on woman, it's still sin. It's not of the Bible, it's not of God. So the same way man on man is wrong, is the same way women on women is wrong. And I want to make this clear as well, because I'm not bashing anyone who lives that lifestyle. I mean, God gives us all free will to make our own choices and make our own decisions, but I do have the right not to agree with that lifestyle, because it's not of God and it's not of the Bible. But the Lord is very merciful, and if there is anyone who has ever been involved with the alternative lifestyle, there is still time for you to go to God and ask for forgiveness and to turn away from your sins. But, you know, I just hope the best for this situation. I mean, it's a very toxic situation at the moment for all 3 of them, but you never know what could happen. But with Chrisean Rock, I would be very careful, because she's getting deeper into Hollywood, and I see her with more and more people, and most of us should know by now that Hollywood is evil, and they will use you. They will do whatever it takes, whether it means just ruining your life or using you for a sacrifice, whatever the case is. Some of those people in Hollywood are down to do it, because again, they sold their soul. Now, I'm not saying that it's the case with Chrisean, but I'm saying she's around certain people that can end up putting her in a bad position if she's not careful. And like I said earlier, this video is mainly about BlueFace, because he is the man in the situation, and he's the one who needs to be held the most accountable. Because I mean, at this point, he's pretty much willing to ruin his life and embarrass his family, all for the love of money. So I'm gonna read this verse. This is 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 10, and it goes, "For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows." So yeah, a lot of times some people get that verse confused, because it's not money that's evil, but it's the love of money. There's nothing wrong with having money if you got it in a good way, but a lot of these people, they get their money from doing evil. So that's where the sorrows come from. But I'm gonna pretty much wrap it up there. I appreciate everyone who watched the video, and at the end of the day, the Lord is always in control, and he will always have the final word. I'm out. Peace.